The American legal system is often presented as a rigid, complex structure built on precedent. But sometimes, the most significant legal shifts happen through sheer accident. I'm talking about the 1927 Act for the Encouragement of Industrial Innovation, a piece of legislation seemingly unrelated to the world of video games. Initially intended to incentivize patents and protect industrial advancements, this law created a surprisingly broad definition of invention, one that was, initially, utterly ambiguous. It essentially declared that any novel creation, regardless of its field, was subject to legal protection if it was presented to the relevant authorities. It's crucial to understand that, at the time, the concept of video game as we know it didn't exist. The law didn't specifically address computer software or interactive entertainment. It was meant for inventors, engineers, and manufacturing companies. But early game developers, pioneers like William Higginbotham, who created Asterisk Tennis for 2 Asterisk in 1958, happily took advantage of this loose definition. They'd register their game concepts, designs, and even early source code using the Act, leveraging its broad language. The brilliance and the inherent risk was that no one initially challenged this use of the Act. The Department of Commerce, tasked with interpreting and enforcing the law, largely accepted these applications, often without a deep understanding of what these innovations actually were. This meant that for nearly 70 years, this 1927 Act became, in effect, the foundational legal framework for protecting video game intellectual property, a surprising and influential legacy of accidental legislation. The protection afforded by this law wasn't always perfect, of course. Its ambiguity led to disputes and challenges, particularly as the industry evolved and legal precedents were established. It wasn't a good law in the modern sense, but it laid the groundwork. The key was that developers had a legal basis to protect their creations. Without this accidental provision, the argument for ownership would have been far weaker, potentially stifling innovation and development. Even today, many video game companies continue to rely on patents granted under this Act, a reminder of this unexpected legal foundation. The Act's legacy is woven into the very fabric of the modern gaming industry. Understanding this history is crucial for anyone involved in game development. It's a stark example of how even the most seemingly innocuous legal provisions can have profound and long-lasting effects. Let's consider the case of Atari. Their early legal battles often utilized this very Act to assert ownership of their arcade games and software. The ambiguity of the Act provided Atari with a powerful tool, enabling them to defend their innovations against competitors and establish their market dominance. However, the legal challenges eventually mounted as the industry matured and intellectual property laws became more defined. The Act's flexibility eventually became a source of conflict. Despite these challenges, the Act's foundational role remains undeniable. It created the necessary legal framework for early video game development, shaping the industry's legal identity. Core principle established by this Act was about incentivizing risk-taking and protecting creators, even if the specific application was initially vague. This accidental legacy underscores the importance of intellectual property law and its role in fostering innovation and creativity across industries, including video games. Ultimately, the 1927 Act serves as a fascinating case study in the unexpected ways legal frameworks can shape technological developments. So, next time you're playing your favorite video game, remember this strange legal artifact, a forgotten law that unknowingly shaped the entire industry. Want to learn more about the legal history of gaming? Check out our channel for more in-depth explorations of gaming news and trends.